This tutorial is brought to you by PhotoshopTalent.com. Hey there, and welcome to another Photoshop tutorial from IceFlow Studios. And in this tutorial I'm going to be showing a very simple method of creating extra eyelashes. In front of us we have an image, and we're going to zoom into this eye, and this is the eye we're going to create some extra eyelashes on. Now the first thing we need to do, we need to create a new layer that the eyelash will go on. We're going to create one eyelash and then we're going to duplicate them. So we're going to go over to our layers palette, and as you can clearly tell, we have our background layer. And we're going to click on the new layer icon at the bottom. This will create our new layer, and I'm going to name it eyelash, just like so. Now, the first thing we need to do, we need to set our brush properties. So we're going to go over to the side and we're going to click on our brush tool right here. And at the top, we're going to choose a very small brush. We're going to choose the diameter of 2 and put the hardness to 100. As for these options, we're going to keep mode at normal, opacity at 100, and flow at 100. Now once our brush properties are set, we're going to head over to our pen tool, which is this tool right over here. And at the top, make sure the second button is checked. That's the path button. And we are now ready to go. What we're going to do in the eye area, we want to click once where the eyelash would begin. So we're going to click right here. And then we want to click and drag where it ends. So we're going to click and we're going to drag to make the shape of the eyelash just like that. So we now have the path of our eyelash. Now what we're going to do, we're going to right click on the path and we're going to click on stroke path right here. Now once that comes up, we're going to make sure that it's set to brush, and then simulate pressure is not checked, and then click OK. And you'll notice we now have a stroke on our path, but we have this path line that still shows up. So to get rid of that, or to hide that, you can go up to View, Show, and then Target Path. Alternatively, the shortcut key, if you're on a PC, it's Control-Shift-H. If you're on a Mac, it's Command-Shift-H. And you'll notice that the path is gone. But you will notice that the eyelash is pretty harsh. It's a little bit too dark. So we're going to change the blending mode to soft light and turn the opacity down, turn the opacity down to around 70%. And now we have a pretty realistic eyelash. Now obviously, depending on, I'm going to turn the opacity down a little bit more. Depending on the current state of the current eyelashes, the opacity result and the opacity setting will obviously change. You may have it set to 100 if you want very dark eyelashes. You may have it set to 30 if you want very light eyelashes. But anyways, once you have your first eyelash, all you have to do is duplicate them. So hold down Alt or Option and drag to duplicate. Now if you want to rotate it, at the top with your Move tool selected, click on Show Transform Controls. If you're on CS2 or below, I believe it's called Show Bounding Box. And very simply rotate the eyelash just like that and press Enter. And you can continue going around like so, rotating them and shrinking them to fit the shape of the eye, just like so. And if you want eyelashes with different shapes, just do the whole process again using the pen tool and make a different shape of the eyelash. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to group these in a folder, just like so. And if we look at what it looked like before, this is what it looked like before, and this is what it looked like after. So it's pretty realistic. And if we zoom out, it definitely looks pretty realistic for very quick eyelashes. Now you can add things like drop shadows to make them look a little bit more realistic. And of course you can add a lot more. I'm going to very quickly duplicate this like this. Now obviously this isn't very accurate, but as you can clearly tell, this is before and this is after. So it looks a little bit better. Obviously your results will differ from mine, and you will probably spend a lot more time than I have. So this has been a very quick method of adding eyelashes using the pen tool and stroking your pen tool path. I hope you picked up on some tips. Apply them to your photos. If you're on YouTube, rate the video, comment the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, And until next time, this is Howard from IceFlow Studios. Take care.